In this event, Google is apparently announcing Gemini 2.0, which might be the best LLM in the world, as well as a bunch of other AI tools. So let's see what they got.
For those of you who haven't seen I/O before, it's basically Google's version of the Era store.
Okay, dude.
At Google, though, we are fully in our Gemini era. You'll hear a lot about that.
Ooh, Gemini era? They're really going hard on this branding of Gemini.
A year ago on this stage, we first shared our plans for Gemini, a frontier model built to be natively multimodal from the very beginning.
I have to say, the hype behind Gemini was much greater than, the results, because everybody thought like, oh, it will be the level of GPT-5, it will be multimodal, it will do everything, it will destroy Midjourney. None of that really panned out, especially not the AI image part.
Since then, we introduced the first Gemini models, our most capable yet. They demonstrated state-of-the-art performance on every multimodal benchmark, and that was just the beginning. 2 months later, we introduced Gemini 1.5 Pro, delivering...
Okay, credit to Google, they do have a rapid iteration process. Like every 2 months, they're releasing a major update in their models.
A big breakthrough in long context.
Yeah.
It can run 1 million tokens in production consistently, more than any other large-scale foundation model yet. We want everyone to benefit from what Gemini can do. So we have worked quickly to share these advances with all of you. Today, more than 1.5 million developers use Gemini models across our tools.
Okay, using Gemini models in the Google Vertex AI is a complete pain.
We've also been bringing Gemini's breakthrough capabilities across our products in powerful ways.
This is the reason why I like Gemini. At the start, I was a bit skeptical, especially with the whole image disaster, but you can use it in Gmail, you can use it in Google Docs, in Google Slides.
We'll show examples today across search, photos, workspace, Android, and more. Today, all of our 2 billion user products use Gemini. And we've introduced new experiences too, including on mobile, where people can interact with Gemini directly through the app.
What app? Wait a minute. Okay, I must be crazy, but there is literally no Google Gemini app in the App Store.
In the past year, we've answered billions of queries as part of our search generative experience.
Okay, I don't know.
People are using it to search in entirely new ways and asking new types of questions, longer and more complex queries, even searching with photos, and getting back the best the web has to offer. We've been testing this experience outside of labs, and we are encouraged to see not only an increase in search usage, but also an increase in user satisfaction. I'm excited to announce that we'll begin launching this fully revamped experience, AI overviews, to everyone in the US this week.
Oh my God, man, why? Like, dude, I hate the European Union. They have so much regulation. Like, this is why we don't get any products, because like there's like GDPR and all this BS that the companies have to comply with. That's why we don't have the new features until like few months later. So everybody in the US gets this new feature, but us living in Central Europe is like, oh my God, man, we have to wait forever.
And we'll bring it to more countries soon.
Yay, amazing. America, go.
There's so much innovation happening in search. Thanks to Gemini, we can create much more powerful search experiences, including within our products. Let me show you an example in Google Photos. We launched Google Photos almost 9 years ago. Since then, people have used it to organize their most important memories. Today,
this is so much training data for Google. Like, wow. Just, be mindful what you automatically update to Google Photos, because if you have an Android phone, it is likely set to automatically back up all photos to Google Photos, and that will be trained on. So if you want, some sensitive pictures or pictures of your kids or whatever, Google training new AI models on them, consider backing them up in an offline storage.
That amounts to more than 6 billion photos and videos uploaded every single day. And people love using photos to search across their life. With Gemini, we're making that a whole lot easier. Say you're at a parking station ready to pay, but you can't recall your license plate number. Before, you could search photos for...
Okay, that is just being amateur. Like, if you don't know your license plate number, come on.
Keywords, and then scroll through years worth of photos, looking for the right one. Now, you can simply ask photos. It knows the cars that appear often, it triangulates which one is yours, and just tells you the license.
Triangulates? What? How does it triangulate which one is yours? That is some government tracking stuff. Wow, what?
plate number.
How does it know which one is yours? I mean, sure, it can use the most frequent one or the one you stand next to, but like, how does it know? Man.
And Ask Photos can also help you search your memories in a deeper way. For example, you might be reminiscing about your daughter Lucia's early milestones. You can ask Photos, when did Lucia learn to swim? You can even follow up with something more complex. Show me how.
How? This is just only based on the photos. So if you, I don't know, man, this is so overhyped. Like, if you don't have the photos of a very first swim session, then you're just gonna get an incorrect answer. I don't know what is this demo?
How Lucia's swimming has progressed. Here, Gemini goes beyond a simple search, recognizing different contexts.
Yeah, they really want all of your data. Like, wow.
Laps in the pool, to snorkeling in the ocean, to the text and dates on her swimming certificates, and Photos packages it up all together in a summary. You can really take it all in and relive amazing memories all over again.
Yeah, unfortunate for Lucia, she's never gonna have privacy in her life.
We are rolling out Ask Photos this summer with more capabilities to come. Unlocking knowledge across formats is why we built Gemini to be multimodal from the ground up. It's one model with all the modalities built in. So not only does it understand each type of input, it finds connections between them. Multimodality radically expands the questions we can ask and the answers we will get back. Long context takes this a step further, enabling us to bring in even more information.
Yeah.
Hundreds of pages of text, hours of audio.
I mean, this is where Google dominates. Like, if we can give Google credit on one thing, it is the progress they've made on context window. Because like 1 million, like, that just puts 128K, completely embarrasses it.
A full hour of video or entire code repos. Or if you want, roughly 96 Cheesecake Factory menus. For that many menus, you need
As somebody who've never been to the USA, I have no clue what even is the Cheesecake Factory.
a 1 million token context window, now possible with Gemini 1.5 Pro. Developers have been using it in super interesting ways. Let's take a look.
I remember the announcement, the 1 million token context window, and my first reaction was, there's no way they were able to achieve this.
I wanted to test its technical skills. So I uploaded a line chart. It was temperatures between like Tokyo and Berlin and how they vary across the 12 months of the year.
So I got in there and I threw in the Python library that I was really struggling with. And I just asked it a simple question. And it nailed it. It could find specific references to comments in the code.
This really feels like an ad. Like, I don't know, just has this like weird corporate feeling.
And specific requests that people had made and other issues that people had had, but then suggest a fix for it that related to what I was working on.
Is this guy a machine learning engineer? Why would he be surprised by AI? Like, there were AI, like GPT-4 was released way before Gemini 1.5 Pro, like almost a year before. So why is he so surprised that AI can do this? Like, there is no way. Is a paid actor or something?
I immediately tried to kind of crash it. So I took 4 or 5 research papers I had on my desktop. And it's a mind-blowing experience when you add so much text and then you see the kind of amount of tokens you add is not even at half the capacity.
It felt a little bit like Christmas because you saw things kind of peppered up to the top of your feed about like, oh wow, I built this thing, or oh, it's doing this and I would have never expected.
Can I shoot a video of my possessions and turn that into a searchable database? So I ran to my bookshelf and I shot a video just panning my camera along the bookshelf and I fed the video into the model. It gave me the titles and authors of the books, even though the author...
Okay, this is actually good. This is actually good. The previous ones were like, okay, whatever, but this is pretty solid.
weren't visible on those book spines. And on the bookshelf, there was a squirrel nutcracker sat in front of the book, truncating the title. You could just see the word Site C, and it still guessed the correct book. The range of things you can do with that is almost unlimited.
So at that point, for me, it was just like a click, like, this is it.
I thought like I had like a superpower in my hands.
It was poetry. It was beautiful. I was so happy. It just, this is going to be amazing. This is going to help people.
This is kind of where the future of language models are going. Personalized to you, not because you trained it to.
Okay, what is he about to say? Personalized to you because of a big context window? This makes no sense. The fine-tuning was done by somebody else. Somebody else trained the model, chose which data is in the model. Like, what?
To be personal to you, but personal to you because you can give it such a vast understanding of who you are.
Yeah, but that's not personal to you because it can have completely built-in biases and beliefs that are against your best interests by the company who trained it. Man, this guy is just completely paid.
We've been rolling out Gemini 1.5 Pro with long context in preview over the last few months. We've made a series of quality improvements across translation, coding, and reasoning. You'll see these updates reflected in the model starting today. I'm excited to announce that we are bringing this improved version of Gemini 1.5 Pro to all developers globally.
Okay, and what about all Gemini advanced users globally? It's interesting, like developer updates, they have no problem doing globally instantly. But for the consumer products, it's like USA only. Very, very interesting.
In addition today, Gemini 1.5 Pro with 1 million context is now directly available for consumer.
Okay, beautiful. This is what I wanted. Inside of Gemini Advanced with 1 million context window, which, I mean, you can fit an hour-long movie in there. This will be huge. This is some solid competition for ChatGPT.
In Gemini Advanced and can be used across 35 languages. 1 million tokens is opening up entirely new possibilities. It's exciting, but I think we can push ourselves even further. So today, we are expanding the context window to 2 million tokens.
Oh my God. That is just, you know, that is just wild. This is a 2-hour movie you can fit into a single prompt. ChatGPT has 128. Like, this is crazy. This is like, what, 15 times more than that? That's insane. ChatGPT really needs to catch up on their context windows.
We are making it available for developers in private preview. It's amazing to look back and see just how much progress we have made in a few months. This represents the next step on our journey towards the ultimate goal of infinite context. Okay, so far we've talked about 2 technical advances.
That chart was a bit illegal.
Of infinite
as
context.
it's going back, like.
This represents the next step on our journey towards the
you know, every mathematician is like feeling uncomfortable with the chart going back.
ultimate
but hey,
goal
whatever.
of infinite context. Okay, so far we've talked about 2 technical advances, multimodality and long context.
Okay.
Each is powerful on its own, but together they unlock deeper capabilities and more intelligence.
Bro, the graphics are beautiful. I have to say, this is crazy.
Let's see how this comes to life with Google Workspace. People are always searching their emails in Gmail.
Yeah.
We are working to make it much more powerful with Gemini. Let's look at how. As a parent, you want to know everything that's going on with your child's school. Okay, maybe not everything, but you want to stay informed.
You do want to know everything because otherwise they're just brainwashing your child.
Gemini can help you keep up. Now we can ask Gemini to summarize all recent emails from the school. In the background,
This feature will be huge. This feature will be massive. I mean, the fact that Google has so many products and such a large distribution just gives them an unfair advantage over everybody else. Like, man, like OpenAI, they would be tough for them to compete because they don't have 2 billion. I think Google has 7 different products with over 1 billion daily active users. That's insane. 7 different products. It will be hard for OpenAI to get that amount of data.
it's identifying relevant emails, even analyzing attachments like PDFs, and you get a summary of the key points and action items. So helpful.
Yeah.
Maybe you were traveling this week and you couldn't make the PTA meeting. The recording of the meeting is an hour long. If it's from Google Meet, you can ask Gemini to give you the highlight.
Oh my God. Yes. This will be huge because we host free weekly calls every single week on Google Meet. So, wow, this will be massive. Like, especially if you can record the entire screen, because right now I think you can only record one person. I'm not sure about that. If you know how to record the entire screen with all the people viewing automatically in Google Meet, then definitely let me know. But like, for this, it will be so helpful for people because those who are in our community can just go into those recordings and ask in Gemini about what we talked about, which is insane. So by the way, if you want to be on our free weekly calls and have direct access to me, as well as 600 plus other agent builders, then definitely make sure to join. It's the first link in the description. Back to Google.
Of course, Gemini can draft a reply. There are countless other examples of how this can make life easier. Gemini 1.5 Pro is available today in Workspace Labs.
Nice.
And Aparna will share more later on.
It's kind of crazy that yesterday was OpenAI's event and everybody was hyped about GPT-4o, but now seems like the hype is gonna shift towards Gemini because we are like only a few minutes in, and so far these were some insane announcements. Let's see if they can do even better with Gemini 2.0.
We just looked at an example with text outputs, but with a multimodal model, we can do so much more. To show you an early demo of an audio output in NotebookLM, here's Josh.
Josh.
Hey everyone. Last year at I/O, we introduced NotebookLM, a research and writing tool grounded in the information you give it. Since then, we've seen a lot of momentum with students and teachers using it. And today, Gemini 1.5 Pro
Really, a lot of momentum. I've never heard anybody using NotebookLM.
is coming to NotebookLM, and it's great. Let me show you. So here we are in NotebookLM. You can load it up with all the materials here on the left. In this notebook, I've been using it with my younger son, and I've added some of his science worksheets, a few slide decks from his teacher, and even an open source textbook full of charts and diagrams.
You know, I wonder whether they're actually using always their real data in these demos, or whether they're just like making stuff up. Because like, I wouldn't want to use my son's data in a demo that's going to be seen by millions of people. But they always like present it like, oh yeah, this is my son's school, this is my son's, you know, data or whatever. Kind of weird, I don't know.
With 1.5 Pro, it instantly creates this notebook guide with a helpful summary and can generate a study guide, an FAQ, or even quizzes. But for my son, Jimmy, he really learns best when he can listen to something. So we've prototyped a new feature with Gemini, and it's called Audio Overviews. NotebookLM is going to take all the materials on the left as input and output them into a lively science discussion personalized for him.
Everybody is going into voice. All of the AI labs are going for voice. Yesterday's announcement, GPT-4o, the voice was so realistic, so emotional, real time. We'll see, like, maybe voice really is the future, the modality of the future.
Let's take a listen.
So let's dive into physics. What's on deck for today?
Well, we're starting with the basics, force and motion.
Okay.
And that, of course, means we have to talk about Sir Isaac Newton and his 3 laws of motion.
Okay, Google seems to be improving voice as well, because this is pretty solid.
Ah, yes, the foundation for understanding how objects move and interact.
Ah, yes, this is where
Sounds very realistic. Perhaps not as good as OpenAI's voice, but I would say this is pretty good.
multimodal really shines. Now, it generated this audio discussion based on that text material. And what's amazing is that my son and I can join into the conversation and steer it whichever direction.
This is literally the same. Like, this is the same thing as OpenAI did. Obviously, they couldn't copy it in such a short time, but like, it's kind of crazy that, yeah, we will just be all talking to our AI assistants and they'll be doing tasks for us. So yeah, voice really is the modality of the future.
Direction we want. When I tap, join.
Hold on, we have a question. What's up, Josh?
Yeah, can you give my son Jimmy a basketball example?
Hey,
Oh no, that was slow. That was much slower than OpenAI's. Yeah. Okay, so OpenAI is ahead.
Jimmy, that's a fantastic idea. Basketball is actually a great way to visualize force and motion. Let's break it down.
Okay, so first, imagine a basketball just sitting there on the court. It's not moving, right? That's because all the forces acting on it are balanced. The downward pull of
But I do like this two voice approach. Like having the female and male voice makes it much more interesting and interactive than just a single voice. And oh my god, on the right it says audio has been pre-generated. You don't see it, but oh my god, it's below my screen. Google, come on, what are you doing, Google? Really, audio has been pre-generated? So they, like, OpenAI is completely ahead in terms of audio. Never mind.
Pretty cool, right?
Pretty cool, right? Except for it's pre-generated. Pretty cool.
I gotta say, the first time my son...
What is Google doing? Like, how are they presenting this as if it was real time and then just including a small tiny text in a light gray, barely visible in bottom right? Oh yeah, by the way, the audio is pre-generated. What is this, man? This is a $1 trillion company.
Heard this, you should have seen how big his eyes got because he was gripped. They were talking to him. He was learning science through the example of basketball, his favorite sport. Now, what's interesting is under the hood, you saw that Gemini had used some of the concepts of gravity, Sir Isaac Newton, but nothing.
But yeah, this is a great point because every single person will be using AI to learn stuff. You know, kids in school, or even if you're not in school, just if you want to learn something new, it will be much faster with the help of AI assistants. This is only the beginning. Like, if you have something like this, or something like OpenAI's GPT-4o, why would you even need a mediocre, underpaid, uninterested teacher just speaking in a monotone voice, boring, impatient, not tolerate of students who need to ask the question multiple times? Why would you want your child to interact with that person instead of an AI that is always going to respond? It's free, it's always enthusiastic voice, can explain everything multiple times in different ways, knows infinitely more than the teacher. I don't know, man. For most people who cannot afford like world-class educators or tutors for their kids, this is like, man, I don't know. Why would you send your kid to public school? Obviously, socializing aspect, but I'm talking about the education aspect. Like, no average teacher can compete with this.
In there was about basketball. It connected the dots and created that age-appropriate example for him. And this is what's becoming possible with the power of Gemini. You can give it lots of information in any format, and it can be transformed in a way that's personalized and interactive for you. Back to you, Sundar.
Pretty good, except for the audio being pre-generated. That's disappointing.
Thanks, George. The demo shows the real opportunity with multimodality. Soon you'll be able to mix and match inputs and outputs. This is what we mean when we say it's an I/O for a new generation. And I can see you all out there thinking about the possibilities. But what if we could go even further? That's one of the opportunities we see with AI agents. Let me take a step back and explain what I mean by that.
Last time Google spoke about agents, it was a complete disaster, at least from my own testing. And I don't think anybody built anything impressive with Google agents. So let's see, maybe they can reclaim themselves.
I think about them as intelligent systems that show reasoning, planning, and memory, are able to think multiple steps ahead, work across software and systems, all to get something done on your behalf.
Pretty good definition of agents, by the way.
And most importantly, under your supervision. We are still in the early days, and you'll see glimpses of our approach throughout the day. But let me show you the kinds of use cases we are working hard to solve. Let's start with shopping. It's pretty fun to shop for shoes, and a lot less fun to return them when they don't fit.
I don't think I've ever returned a single article of clothing. It's like, especially if you don't buy super expensive stuff, it's just like not worth your time at all. But for the shopping, it definitely could save time.
Imagine if Gemini could do all the steps for you. Searching your inbox for the receipt, locating the order number from your email, filling out a return.
Walk to the store, deal with the impatient cashier, spend 30 minutes there, waste time. What? Like, this is not helpful at all. Like, you still have to do the most time-consuming and mind-numbing work yourself.
Form, and even scheduling a pickup. That's much easier, right?
Wait, pick up? Wait, what? Okay, I guess, I don't know. In Central Europe, we don't have this. If in the USA, you have, like, someone goes to your house and picks it up and automatically changes your size? Maybe I'm just, living in the Middle Ages. I don't know.
Let's take another example that's a bit more complex. Say you just moved to Chicago. You can imagine Gemini and Chrome working together to help you do a number of things to get ready. Organizing,
buy a gun,
reasoning, synthesizing on your behalf. For example, you will want to explore the city and find services nearby, from dry cleaners to dog walkers. You'll have to update your new address across dozens of websites. Gemini can work across these tasks.
Okay, surely not. Surely not. Like, the most important things is like your ID, your driver's license. Nah, this is again an overhyped demo. Like, Google is starting to build a reputation for this. I'm onto you, Google. I'm not gonna trust your demos ever again. Like, oh my god, you update your address with one button inside of Gemini agents. No way.
Your new address across dozens of websites. Gemini can work across these tabs.
Don't believe it.
And will prompt you for more information when needed, so you're always in control. That part is really important as we prototype these experiences. We are thinking hard about how to do it in a way that's private, secure, and works
Private, yeah. They want all your data, but it's all about, keeping it private.
for everyone. These are simple use cases, but they give you a good sense of the types of problems we want to solve by building intelligent systems that think ahead, reason, and plan all on your behalf.
All on your behalf, guys. It's all on your behalf. It's only that you're giving your entire, detailed minute by minute breakdown to Google of everything you're doing, every item you buy, moving to a new city, photos of your daughter swimming, but it's all on your behalf. It's like, keep that in mind. It's all on your behalf.
The power of Gemini with multimodality, long context, and agents brings us closer to our ultimate goal, making AI helpful for everyone.
Okay, I think we've heard this somewhere. Oh wait, is it an OpenAI? Oh yes, making AI helpful for everyone, making it accessible for everyone, but make sure it's not open source. Same idea of Google. Hey, we need AI helpful for everyone, but not too helpful, We don't want to make it open source. Whew. That would mean like other people could actually build on it and use it without our controls and our biases built in. Like, whew, no way. We have to control the narrative. We have to control how people think. It's going to be helpful for everyone. Just, make it helpful for Google a bit more than everyone.
We see this as how we will make the most progress against our mission, organizing the world's information across every input, making it accessible via any output, and combining the world's information with the information in your world in a way that's truly useful for you. To fully realize the benefits of AI, we'll continue to break new ground. Google DeepMind is hard at work. To share more, please welcome for the first time on the I/O stage, Sir Demis.
Sir Demis. Sir Demis Hassabis. Yeah, dude, Great Britain is so funky with these titles. Sir, Knight, Lord, Baron, Demis, Emperor, Hassabis.
Thanks, Ondrej. It's so great to be here. Ever since I was a kid playing chess for the England junior team, I've been thinking about the nature of intelligence.
By the way, if you don't know Demis Hassabis, this guy is on a different level. Like, child prodigy in chess, one of the greatest child chess players of all time. PhD in multiple things. Completely cracked. Like, this guy is just beyond genius.
I was captivated by the idea of a computer that could think like a person. It's ultimately why I became a programmer and studied neuroscience. I co-founded DeepMind in 2010 with the goal of one day building AGI, Artificial General Intelligence, a system that has human-level cognitive capabilities. I've always believed that if we could build this technology responsibly, its impact would be truly profound, and it could benefit humanity in incredible ways.
Yeah, but who controls it? Like, keeping the hands in the controls of a few. That is so dangerous, like unbelievably risky. Because those people who control it, control everybody. And of course, AI safety people will never talk about this. But I believe this is by far the greatest danger. Why should Demis Hassabis or Sam Altman be the ones deciding these things? Like, I appreciate they're building it, for sure, but like, it needs to be open and everybody has to have a say. What's built into these models? What kind of data they're trained on? What goes into the RLHF, the reinforcement learning part? Man, it's like, these guys always think they know better and that they should be able to control what everybody else does and that the average person cannot decide for themselves. So scary, man.
Last year, we reached a milestone on that path when we formed Google DeepMind, combining AI talent from across the company into one super unit. Since then, we've built AI systems that can do an amazing range of things, from turning language and vision into action for robots, navigating complex virtual 3D environments, solving Olympiad-level math problems, and even discovering thousands of new materials.
I have to say, the stuff Google DeepMind is doing is very underrated. Like, it needs to get more attention, for sure. But like, not as many people care about geometry, but like that progress will translate towards better capabilities for LLMs and multimodal models, which is any step is good step towards AGI.
Just last week, we announced our next generation AlphaFold model. It can predict the structure and interactions of nearly all of life's molecules, including how proteins interact.
This, like, progress like this is why it actually might be possible to live to 200, 300, 400, or maybe even beyond. Like, AI will have so many good effects. Like, wow, if we really do make it without anybody taking control and, you know, dominating the earth, it'll be a really, really nice era to live.
With strands of DNA and RNA. This will accelerate vitally important biological and medical research from disease understanding to drug discovery. And all of this was made possible with the best infrastructure for the AI era, including our highly optimized tensor processing units.
GPUs, yeah.
At the center of our efforts is our Gemini model. It's built up.
Yeah, they're like really pushing Gemini. Like, they're going all in on Gemini. Dude, that would be crazy if Google rebranded itself to Gemini, the same way Facebook did to Meta. That would be crazy. And if that happens, I predicted it.
From the ground up to be natively multimodal, because that's how we interact with and understand the world around us. We've built a variety of models for different use cases. You've seen how powerful Gemini 1.5 Pro is, but we also know from user feedback that some applications need lower latency and a lower cost to serve. So today, we're introducing Gemini 1.5 Flash.
Ooh, okay. A new model. Fast one. Let's see it.
Flash is a lighter weight model compared to Pro. It's designed to be fast and cost efficient to serve at scale, while still featuring multimodal reasoning capabilities and breakthrough long context. Flash is optimized for tasks where low latency and efficiency matter most. Starting today, you can use 1.5 Flash and 1.5 Pro with up to 1 million tokens in Google AI Studio and Vertex.
Oh my God, Google AI Studio. Ooh, just the thought of like having to use Google AI Studio or Vertex AI, it's like sends shivers down my spine. Like, man, I would much rather do anything else.
AI. And developers can sign up to try 2 million tokens. We're so excited to see what all of you will create with it. And you'll hear a little more about Flash later on from Josh. We're very excited by the progress we've made so far with our family of Gemini models, but we're always striving to push the state of the art even further. At any one time, we have many different models in training, and we use our very large and powerful ones to help teach and train our production-ready models.
Okay, is it coming? Gemini 2? It's coming? Let's see.
Together with user feedback, this cutting-edge research will help us to build amazing new products for billions of people. For example, in December, we shared a glimpse into the future of how people would interact with multimodal AI, and how this would end up powering a new set of transformative experiences. Today, we have some exciting new progress to share about the future of AI assistants that we're calling Project Astra.
Okay. Nice graphics, but what does it mean?
For a long time, we've wanted to build a universal AI agent that can be truly helpful in everyday life.
Oh no, it's coming. It's coming. This is going to be huge.
Our work making this vision a reality goes back many years. It's why we made Gemini multimodal from the very beginning. An agent like this has to understand and respond to our complex and dynamic world just like we do. It would need to take in and remember what it sees so it can understand context and take action. And it would have to be proactive, teachable, and personal, so you can talk to it naturally without lag or delay. While we've made some great strides in developing AI systems that can understand multimodal information, getting response time down to something conversational is a difficult engineering challenge. Building on our Gemini model, we've developed agents that can process information faster by continuously encoding video frames, combining the video and speech input into a timeline of events, and caching this for efficient recall. We've also enhanced how they sound with a wider range of intonations. These agents better understand the context you're in and can respond quickly in conversation, making the pace and quality of interaction feel much more natural. Here's a video.
Okay, this is gonna be either completely useless or completely groundbreaking. Like, I don't think there's any middle ground here.
Of our prototype, which we'll see has 2 parts. Each part was captured in a single take in real time.
Okay.
Okay, let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
That is the tweeter. It produces high-frequency sounds.
Okay.
Give me a creative alliteration about these.
This is very similar to yesterday's OpenAI demo. Very similar.
Creative crayons color cheerfully. They certainly craft colorful creations.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AES-CBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
I mean, that's pretty good. Like, she's recording on her phone, and, you know, it isn't stable. So, pretty good recognition.
That's right. What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
Ooh.
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London.
Wow.
It is known for its railway station and transportation connections.
Okay, does it have access to the location or not? Because if not, that's pretty good. People are going to use that to cheat at GeoGuessr. Easy prediction.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
This will be huge. Okay, let me explain. You will have your AI glasses recording at all times, and then you can just recall on what happened. Oh my god. Oh my god, guys. The next 12 months will be insane. Like, if you are not paying attention to AI, whew, you're gonna be left so behind. Oh yeah, I literally just predicted
What can
this.
I add here to make this system faster?
Adding a cache between the server and database could improve speed.
What does this remind you of?
Okay.
Schrodinger's cat.
Yeah.
All right, give me a band name for this duo.
Golden Stripes.
Nice. Thanks, Gemini.
Okay, that was in real time, so that was good. That was perhaps the most impressive demo yet. Having it in the glasses is huge. That is huge. That's gonna be so, like... I think I really am a believer of AI glasses. I don't have any, because I probably should. Maybe I'm a hypocrite, I should buy some. But honestly, like, I think that is the next evolution of the smartphone. I mean, you're probably still gonna have a smartphone in your pocket with like more compute power. But the glasses, like, that is, you know, you can just talk, you can see, you can, like, they have, you know, little speakers in your ear. Yeah, I think the glasses really are the next big device.
I think you'll agree it's amazing to see how far AI has come, especially when it comes to spatial understanding, video processing, and memory.
Yeah.
It's easy to envisage a future where you can have an expert assistant by your side through your phone or new exciting form factors like glasses. Some of these agent capabilities will come to Google products like Gemini app later this year. For those of you on site today, you can try out a live demo version of this experience in the AI sandbox area. Next, let's take a look at how our innovations are helping people bring new creative ideas to life. Today, we're introducing a series of updates across our generative media tools with new models covering image, music, and video.
Hopefully completely new model for the images, because the last one was terrible, to say the least.
Over the past year, we've been enhancing quality, improving safety, and increasing access. To help tell
Yeah, the improving safety part, that is a problem.
this story, here's Doug.
Thanks, Demis. Over the past few months, we've been working hard to build a new image generation model from the ground up.
Okay, that's funny. Yeah, they did it from the ground up. Good decision. I wonder why they did that.
With stronger evaluations, extensive red teaming, and state-of-the-art watermarking with SynthID. Today, I'm so excited to introduce Imagine 3. It's our most capable image generation model yet.
Okay.
Imagine 3 is more photorealistic. You can literally count the whiskers on its snout. With richer details, like this incredible sunlight in the shot, and fewer visual artifacts or distorted images.
I mean, this is pretty
It
good.
understands prompts written the way people write. The more creative and detailed you
This is pretty good.
are, the better. And Imagine 3 remembers to incorporate small details, like the wildflowers or small blue bird, in this longer prompt.
Wow. This is a complicated prompt, and it hit everything.
Plus, this is our best model yet for rendering text, which has been a challenge for image generation models.
Okay.
In side-by-side comparisons, independent evaluators preferred Imagine 3 over other popular image generation models. In sum, Imagine 3 is our highest quality image generation model so far. You can sign up today to try Imagine 3 in ImageFX, part of our suite of AI tools at labs.google. And it'll be coming soon to developers and enterprise customers in Vertex AI. Another area full of creative possibility is generative music. I've been working in this space for over 20 years, and this is by far the most exciting year of my career. We're exploring ways of working with artists to expand their creativity with AI. Together with YouTube, we've been building Music AI Sandbox, a suite of professional music AI tools that can create new instrumental sections from scratch, transfer styles between tracks, and more. To help us design and test them, we've been working closely with incredible musicians, songwriters, and producers. Some of them made even entirely new songs in ways that would have not been possible without these tools.
I think, like, obviously this is amazing, but I think part of why they're doing this is like kind of protect themselves against the backlash coming from artists, because that's one of the groups that hate AI the most. I mean, obviously there are plenty of AI artists that love AI tools and see the potential, but there are also plenty that dislike it. So I think by doing this, they're kind of trying to put them on their side, basically.
Let's hear from some of the artists we've been working with.
I'm gonna put this.
Okay, this might be copyrighted, honestly. So I'm gonna stop it here. I'm gonna include the full link to this keynote below the video. And if you want to see more videos like this, then make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.